Hey guys, Richard Aficionado Channel and Reefs.com. We're in the show floor of Reefapalooza, New York 2019. And of course, we have to visit our good friend Terence at Neptune Systems because they always have something amazing to show us. First of all, congratulations on your launch of your Trident. The unicorn has finally landed.
Yes.
Everybody's going crazy over it.
Yes, they are. They absolutely are. It's it's great to come to the first big show since we launched the product in May.
Right.
Where the answers I give to customers aren't, it's coming very soon.
Right.
It's actually here. Now I just have to say, I don't know where you can get one. Because they're sold out like everywhere. As soon as they hit, they're sold out.
Right, within a minute it seems like. As soon as it goes online, like saltwater aquarium.com, BRS, it just goes out.
Yeah, and yesterday here at the event, we had 5 or 6 units.
Wow.
That we have, I don't know, 12, 15 dealers here.
Yeah.
So we didn't have one for every dealer, so we had to find a fair way for us to be able to hand them out to different dealers.
Right.
So we thought we'd bring them to our booth, and we did rock, paper, scissors to see who would be able to get one.
Gotcha.
So we gave out 5 or 6 yesterday to dealers, and then as soon as they left here, customers were following them back to their booths to buy them. It was crazy.
Gotcha. And what was the response that you've been getting so far from the people that bought the Trident?
Well, that's actually, I mean, it's a good thing, but it's part of the problem, right? Because the out-of-box experience, the first experiences everybody are having are incredible.
Yeah.
And of course, they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and so on. And so it's created even a bigger wave of demand for the product. Gotcha. Which makes it, also more in demand means less available.
Right. More challenging for the availability.
And we're doing them. We're pushing them out as fast as we can. Every day, they're going out the back door every day as fast as we can get them.
Wow, gotcha. Well, if you guys if you don't have it yet, stay patient. It's coming.
It's worth the wait.
Yes, it's worth the wait.
It's worth the wait.
Yep, definitely. Now, they also released a couple of new products. They if you follow Terence's live stream.
Every Tuesday, second Tuesday. So it's every other Tuesday. Let's talk reef.
Let's talk reef, yes. And then he actually released a new product, and we actually get to see it firsthand. So Terence, what can you tell us about these new units?
2 years ago, we launched the automatic top-off kit, the ATK.
Right.
And it was the first product that we've ever done that was either able to be connected to the Apex
or standalone,
or run standalone.
Right.
Okay. And it was huge. People loved the product. Okay, because it had more redundancies than any other product on the market.
Right.
And we've sold them really well for the last 2 years. But along the way, we've seen that there are some things that we could improve upon. Okay, absolutely things that we can improve upon. And the ATK V2, we've done that. So I'm going to start with the smallest things first, and we'll get to the biggest things. The first things really is the FMM module is what you plug into your Apex, obviously with the Aquabus.
Right.
But when you run it standalone, everything is done in here. And so all the smarts, all the algorithm, etc. For a lot of people, it was actually too safe.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
It was giving false alarms when people would have certain fill issues and fill time issues, and the amount of time in between, how long it should take to fill. So we made some adjustments to the algorithm in the standalone version to basically open the door a little bit, right? So it makes it a little less safe, but also reduces the amount of false alarms. There's a trade-off there all the time.
Right.
With any of these kind of devices, that's the trade-off. Okay, so that's what we did with the FMM. Next thing is, with saltwater is the nastiest stuff around.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not about when something will fail, that it's in salt water. It's about when it's going to fail. And we had just too high of an incident of our optical sensors having water incursion in them. So we went back to the drawing board basically on how we seal them from salt water. And made changes to the optical sensor so that the longevity of these optical sensors will be much better across the board for users.
Gotcha.
So that's on that. Yeah, that's the second thing. Now the big one.
Yep.
A completely new PMUP.
I'm actually very excited about this one.
This is a great pump. So if you've looked around in the industry, there are very few vertically oriented pumps of this nature. They just don't exist. You can find a lot of other little inexpensive, cheap, Chinese little black pumps and stuff that have 4 feet of head pressure or something like that.
Yeah.
You can find all sorts of other little pumps, but to have one that's vertically sits flat like that.
Yeah.
And pumps 14 feet.
Yeah.
okay, of head pressure with less than 20 watts of power.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
Right.
Now the previous one was a great pump,
right,
but it had some faults, okay? And those faults were when things got into conditions that were not ideal. Meaning, if you ran your ATO out of water, shouldn't have done that.
Well, of course.
But it happens to all of us. The pump could burn up if that wasn't caught soon enough. Or if the pump were to be in shallow water and cavitate, and it hasn't burned up completely yet, you fill it back up, but the pump's not primed.
Oh, so you'll just keep running and running.
So it just keeps running and running and running in the water, and it burns up, right?
Is that when you notice a little bit, I guess, a little swell up?
It'll expand out from the heat. You'll see one that got like this. That's generally what happened. If you got an obstruction in it, sometimes that could happen.
Gotcha.
Okay? So with all of those things, we solved all of those with this. We actually designed the pump from the ground up, completely brand new, everything. Okay,
really?
From the beginning of it being able to stand up on its own like this, to making it much easier to get in and maintain, the pump, to clean the pump, to take it apart, all of that. All of that is new, completely from the ground up, and we didn't change the price, so you can buy it individually still.
Yep.
For $39.95.
Right.
Or you can get it with a power supply and run it individually. So this comes with the ATK,
right,
but you can get it separately.
Awesome, awesome. And is this already available now?
It'll be available for sale July 3rd.
Okay.
It's already out there for pre-order at a lot of places. You can buy both the new PMUP as well as you can buy the new ATK V2.
Gotcha.
And it's a great little pump. You can also use it for your dual stage reactors, like your carbon GFO reactor.
Right.
There's lots of different things that you can do. It fits a perfect John Guest on here.
Right.
Fits right over the top. It's a great little pump.
So Terence, we have a quick question. So now that we're getting all these data from Trident, that on lifetime actually, now we're getting all these data before, like with things that we speculated upon before, and now with data, now do we have any confirmations on certain things like that?
It's interesting actually you asked that question. Just before I got on this live stream, I was talking to Sanjay, who came over here, and he's like, for the longest time I've been telling these people these things. I've been telling them, but I've never had the data to back it up.
Right.
He's like, look at this, right? And what he showed me is something that actually happened to me too. It's funny, both of us. He runs his tank warmer. When summer comes along for me, my tank goes warmer because I don't like to cool it too much or heat it too much.
Right.
So my tank went up like 2 degrees. Immediately I saw my alkalinity just drop off a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And that's what he just showed me too. He's like, for the longest time I told people, run your tanks warmer.
You'll grow faster.
You'll grow faster, right? But he couldn't prove it.
Right.
Now the data shows that the alkalinity consumption absolutely goes up, okay, when the temperature goes up. And it's amazing to have that kind of like real-time data and see that and not just speculate anymore.
Yeah, that's awesome. And one thing that I actually wanted to give shout out to Neptune Systems is that I've been like going to so many different public aquariums, and I've been seeing a lot of your products like everywhere. Joe just had a talk about Long Island Aquarium, and he gave you credit for having like a lot of redundancies, and to safety in his 20,000 gallon aquarium, main display. And the Frost Museum video that I just recently did, they had every single tank had your probes and everything on it, and modules and stuff like that, just to take.
It is getting around. It is getting around.
I think it's really bridging the science world and public aquarium world along with our hobby world, and I think it's
funny you should say that. Actually, there are a lot of experiments around the acidification and global warming and whatnot. There's a lot of experiments that are going on right now all around the world where they're recreating these environments and using our products to create these artificial environments where they could test new zooxanthellae to see if it's more resilient against warmer temperatures or higher CO2 levels. And so it's really neat to see that happen. And it's happening in these weird islands too, out in the middle of nowhere that they have apex stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, you guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to see more innovation from you guys in the future.
What's the next stop? What's the next show we're gonna see each other at?
I think Reefapalooza,
California?
California.
All right, man. I'll see you there.
All right, man.
Take it easy.
Yep.